Hi guys, Rob here and welcome to the best of Bantayan Island part 3. I'm here with Christina again. In these videos you're going to see this paradise in the Philippines like you've never seen before. Pack your bags, you're in for a ride.
So there's lots to show, so let's go.
We love the ruins in Bantayan Island!
Behind me are the ruins, and to be honest, I'm not a great fan of the ruins. It's just a old derelict house. But it has become popular as a tourist attraction here in the last 10 years or so. It used to be owned by a German in the 1970s, and if the stories are true, apparently he was held up or robbed and shot. Not fatally, but anyway, he ended up selling and moving out in the late 1970s or early 1980s, and since then the building just became derelict like it is now. So the ruins don't hold any significant historic value or anything. But it is set with a fantastic backdrop, which you get the ocean views and most famously the cliff diving. If you speak to locals around here, they say it's haunted. There's a white lady. I asked Christine about this, and when she was growing up, the stories were that there was a white lady that haunted this place here. Now it was also in the film Camp Sowie. It was in the background. I don't think they filmed a scene, but it was just somewhere in the background. I'm not sure why this place became so popular though, because there's hundreds of derelict buildings all like this around Cebu, and they also have great views of the ocean. I think it's got a little bit to do with social media making something out of nothing. There's no entry fee, so you can come here anytime. There's a Greek restaurant next door. It's popular with tourists for Instagram photos and TikTok. Some already come prepared for the photo shoot. So for me, it's just a derelict building. It's 40 years old. For me, when I think of ruins, I think of thousands of years old. So I'm not the greatest fan of this place, but it is one of the top tourist attractions to visit here in Bantayan Island. So in the Philippines, it's common for a foreign vlogger to come to a tourist attraction like this and over-exaggerate it with total nonsense. So let's have some fun with this. The bottom line is that they're just lying. They're actually treating Filipinos like idiots to believe this nonsense, saying things like they couldn't believe this place even though it's all plastered over the internet. It's just plain out lies. End of rant.
Hi, we're from the Philippines, and you should visit a lot of tourist spots here in Cebu, specifically in Bantayan.
How old do you think these ancient ruins are? Have a guess what year? 1500s?
Yeah, I think so.
1500s? What is the highlight here is the cliff diving. Some of these guys are just crazy with the dives that they do. Unbelievable. There's no set dive platform, it's just free diving off the rocks. And it's only possible to do during high tide. A few of the guys actually took me to this other area about 100 meters away where the diving is from an even higher level. Just ask the locals to take you there. Even if you're too scared to dive, it's just worthwhile watching these crazy locals jumping like this. I also got some dramatic effects when there was a storm in the area.
Welcome to Cebu's best paradise!
So for food here, you're going to get spoiled. There's plenty of options. You just have to come down to the main street here. You've got seafood, but actually you're going to be spoiled if you like seafood, as this is the breadbasket of Cebu for seafood. They actually supply other parts of Cebu with seafood, so you can get fresh, affordable seafood here. So that's something to check out if you're a seafood lover. Other than that, you've got Western dishes, Thai food, there's Greek food, there's local dishes, and even barbecue food. You're going to be spoiled. The Cuckoo Bar's been around for a long time. That serves up Western and local dishes. Enjoy a nice Filipino barbecue. What's your specialty dish? The most popular dish?
This one, sir. Scallop meat, garlic butter scallop.
Butter scallop. And how much do they like?
120 per serving.
One of the more popular places to eat is MJ Square, because you've got multiple choices. There's a number of restaurants here, so you can try all different cuisines here. So on the weekends, this can get really busy. At the back, there's some bars if you want to drink. And there's Sarapoy that has a special curry that I'm going to try a bit later on. We'll see what that tastes like. And that was the best curry I tasted on the island. There's only one Mexican restaurant here, so you become number one by default. So we've come here to the Mexican restaurant, and these girls are ordering burgers.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
I'm the only one eating traditional Mexican here, which is the burrito, chicken burrito. Smells good. So this is the burrito. This is the chicken one with a salsa sauce. It's good. So what do you think of the burgers here?
Looks yum, and it's huge. It's big.
And as with Mexican food, it's best polished off with a tequila. They don't have lemons, so you have to make do with a calamansi.
Hi guys, the calamansi and the salt is only for the week. Woo! I'll drink tequila without it.
It's great.
Yeah.
If you like your milk teas, you've got Santife, another play on words here. This is set up like a 1950s diner, so it looks pretty cool. Okay, so now for a challenge for these Filipino girls to name some actors and actresses from the golden years of Hollywood. So we're going to test them out. They're going to work together to get these Hollywood stars.
For what I remember, this is James Bond. The actor in James Bond, right? And the girl is Aling Lagring.
Singer? She's so familiar. Who are you? Tell me what's your name? She's Rose in Titanic. No?
Lucille Ball and this. Who's this?
I know that guy.
Who is it?
He's my husband.
He's my father. Oh wait, he looks so familiar. Who's that guy?
It's James Dean.
Who?
James Dean.
I don't know him. From where? What country?
America.
Who are they gay?
Familiar man din.
It's good. I think it's better in Prince and Princess because this one is kind of sweet. It's more sweet.
More sweeter than Prince and Princess.
Yes.
This is the new area for Bantayan street food. It's behind the market here. So if you're looking for some cheap seafood, come to Bantayan town proper, and they have this Bantayan food street, which is outdoor cooking, street food, Filipino way. So you choose your seafood and they cook it up for you and bring it to your table. It's really fresh and it's just delicious. I just loved it. Now it's only open on the weekends and with weather permitting. Here's a listing of some of the prices to give you an idea. Local dishes are the best. Bantayan town is about 20-minute drive from Santa Fe, so it's worth checking out on the weekend.
So hi guys, we're here now in Bantayan town to try their pop-up coffee.
Hi guys, my name is Kedjan Batasila and I'm having a pop-up here at Bantayan Island.
He's a young entrepreneur offering something different in Bantayan.
What inspired me in doing this is that I love making coffee. I love having a delicious coffee in my house, and due to the pandemic and I have an online class in my home, I get bored when there is no class at home. And so I have an initiative, and why not?
What's your specialty coffee?
My specialty coffee is the brewed coffee, but my bestseller here is my iced coffee due to the hot weather. So most people usually prefer the latte because it is a creamy texture and more sweet, has a sweetness in it. But in my choice, I pretty love pour over coffees because it extracts the original flavor of the coffee.
So we're gonna try their best seller. It's iced latte. Oh my god. Okay. Try their best seller. It's iced latte.
So after this, we decided to hit Kermit's Cafe.
It's the coffee from Barisla, and we're gonna try it out. It's good. Not so sweet, and yeah, it's good.
Now this cafe is really good for cakes, which is a perfect match with a coffee. The pop-up coffee is not open every day, so check out his Facebook page.
9. I'm giving it 9.
A 9 out of 10.
Yes.
Wow. You see it's creamy, it's got like a creamy sauce.
Does it like cream?
Creamy cheese sauce on the top of it. At Kermit's they also have some main dishes, although I wasn't so wowed over by their mains. I thought they were kind of average, but still one of the better places to eat in Bantayan town. I thought the coffee was pretty good here too. Have a look at this. I'm not sure if they'll be selling this at KFC. So in the Philippines, every place you go to, they have their own delicacies. This one is a delicacy in Bantayan Island. What is it? Let's find out.
Hi everyone, this is tagoangkan and you can only find it only here in Bantayan Island. Yeah, this one are the undeveloped eggs. When the chicken got killed, they're not fully developed yet. And this one is the uterus of the chicken.
So the skin part here is the uterus.
Yes.
So I'm going to try one of these. It's as Christina said, it's chicken uterus with hard-boiled eggs inside, basically.
Go.
I don't know. It doesn't sound too tempting, but I'm going to give it a try and see what it tastes like.
Yum.
Okay, it's exactly what you get. So yeah, it just tastes like any other part of the chicken with some hard-boiled eggs inside. So that's it. Oh.
Tastes good.
We only have it here in Bantayan Island. If you go to Cebu City and in Manila, you can't find it. The price of tagoangkan ranges from 70 to 80 pesos. It depends on where you're gonna eat.
And you can also get like big eggs inside, right? Bigger eggs.
Some tagoangkan has this one, the big eggs, like white and yellow. And other people sell it only the yellow ones.
We love the beaches in Bantayan Island!
So this is Ogtong Cave.
Hi guys! So the resort was named after this cave.
Let's go! Let's check it out.
This one is probably the most popular in Bantayan, and it's actually part of the Ogtong Cave resort. It's just a nice place to escape from the heat in the cave's cool waters. Enjoy. Just sit, relax, and enjoy.
Welcome to Bantayan Island Nature Park.
So this is the Santo Niño cave here at Nature Park. There's a bit of water down there, a little pool of water that you can swim at. Now this is supposedly the biggest cave in Bantayan Island, but there's another one I've seen which we'll have a look at. It's kind of big as well, but it's not quite as open as this, but it is maybe bigger. So this is actually brackish water, so it's a mix of salt and fresh water. As you can see, this cave's bigger than Ogtong Cave. She can just touch the ground, so it must be about 4 foot. Jokes, it's probably about 5, 6 in depth. It's another popular place to escape the heat and to go for a swim. I'll show you more of Nature Park in my accommodation guides later on.
Welcome to Bantayan!
So one way to enjoy the island with lots of freedom is to rent your own motorbike. Light traffic on the island, so you won't be intimidated by the traffic. So this bike behind me sent me back 200 peso per day for rental, which is quite cheap, but I was here for a long time, so I was able to negotiate a better price. But a fair price, 250 to 300 peso per day, it's not too bad. And exploring the island by motor is a lot of fun. You get more freedom, and it's the best way to see the island. Just riding around the island, it's just so much fun. It's not that particularly large, so you can ride all around the island. Most of the roads are sealed, but there are a few dirt roads, but I don't think it was anything too difficult.
Welcome to paradise!
So this is Kota Park, and there's a number of things you'll want to see inside of here.
Welcome to Kota Park here in Madre Deos.
The Little Alaska. Why is it called the Little Alaska?
I don't know.
Why do they call it the Little Alaska of the Philippines?
Because the abundance of fish here.
Behind me is the old fort here at Kota Park, which interestingly is made of corals, stones, sand, egg white, sugar and limestone. Almost sounds like you could eat it. Now there is another fort that's not as well known. It's actually in Santa Fe, and I'm going to show you that later in the video. One time I visited, they had the fort all decorated out. It was for someone's birthday. To the back of the park, it faces towards the ocean, and there's also a pier that you can walk along. Another place for capturing fantastic sunsets here in Bantayan Island is at Kota Park, as you can see in front of me. It actually faces towards the west, so it's possible to get some awesome sunsets here. The pier actually makes for a fantastic backdrop for the sunset pics. Which leads me on to the next top things to do in Bantayan, which is chasing the sunset. Other than Kota Park, there are plenty of other spots around the island for sunset chasing, and for that matter, sunrises as well. So one of the places to come and see the sunset here in Bantayan Island is here on Kota Beach. You can see lots of people out. This is a fantastic place to take photos or video of the sunset. As you can see, as I turn around, you get some spectacular stuff. So this sunset I took at the bridge near the lagoon. This sunset was somewhere near Alice Beach, and this is the sunrise. Just spectacular colours. Now this is one of the forts or watchtowers that's not well known on the island. So this is the watchtower on Kota Beach, not Kota Park. This is the other one. It's kind of like overgrown. It's hard to find from the beach, but you can see it here. It's all overgrown. So I'm just going to walk through more about this place. Just have a look at the structure of it. Like, we've all got coconuts here. You can see the top of the tower here. Just trying to find the other side of it. Goes on for quite a while. I think that's probably where the end of it is. So back there is actually the high school. You wouldn't believe, just meters away from one of the most beautiful beaches on Bantayan, you've got this watchtower that's overgrown, left derelict. My God, I'm scared I'm gonna get bitten by a snake or something in here. It's too dense. Anyway, you can see the wall goes way down there. The Maalat Baywalk, and I hope I pronounced that right. So while the tourists head to Kota Park, the locals come to this area, the Baywalk, which is a really happening place. You can eat, sing, drink, watch the sunset. Lots of things to do. It's really nice place to head out to. There's lots of people here. It looks like the place to be. It's much more popular than Kota Park. It's got some brown sand here. Barbecue food you can have, places to eat. So at Baywalk you can enjoy the beach. You can enjoy the beach. The locals here are very friendly, and people doing TikTok on the pirate ship. The birthday boy. The cake has been destroyed. As always, there's someone doing TikTok. I didn't quite get the great sunset I was hoping for. And at night, they have lots of karaoke places here. The more you drink, the better it sounds. Thank God a storm came in and we had to leave early, and to save my eardrums.
Welcome to Bantayan!
One of the top attractions in Bantayan town is St. Peter and Paul's Parish. It's an iconic landmark in the town. The must-see here is the amazing painted ceiling. Apparently it took nearly a year to paint. Make sure to visit the parish's museum at the back. Lots of old church artifacts, and you can learn about the history of the parish and also Bantayan town itself.
This was not just built to become a parish just yet, because that time Bantayan was one of the most sought island by the Moros.
To get slaves?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this became a refuge to all the Bantayanan who's staying here.
This museum is really interesting to visit. You'll learn a lot, and there's a couple of fascinating stories that I want to tell you. Firstly, the history behind Bantayan residents being allowed to eat meat in the lead up to Holy Week. Basically, the Pope gave special permission for Bantayan Island residents to eat meat prior to Easter.
So they should not go fishing because there are Moros roaming around. So it's for their safety.
So this special permission was given back in 1800s. Now it was initially only for 5 years, and then they extended for another 10 years. But it's been going on for the last 200 years, right up to until today.
Now that we're talking more of the history, is that our parish was initially built under the patronage of Saint Peter.
Okay.
So Saint Peter the Fisherman, that was supposed to be the name of our parish now. However, again, another tampering happened. So whoever that priest administering the church, he might be a devotee of St. Paul. He added St. Paul to the picture. So we became Saints Peter and Paul Parish. So he did that process legally. So in Vatican documents, there's nowhere you can find Saints Peter and Paul Parish in Bantayan. What you can see is Saint Peter the Fisherman Parish Church in Bantayan.
So one thing they're famous here in Bantayan Island is the dried fish. So we're going to check out the markets and let's look at those. But this is the one everybody comes for. It's dunget and it's 65, right? 65?
150, sir.
150 for this one. This is the most famous dried fish in Bantayan. You can really smell it, even dry, you can really smell the fish smells. I'm gonna try some later. If I don't like it, I'm gonna give it to the cat. So the dunget, you have to cook it up after you bought it. I thought you could just eat it like chips, potato chips out of a bag, but you have to cook it up for at least a couple of minutes before you can eat it. So now it's a bit more crunchy. So I'm gonna try this. Normally I'd give this to my cat. There's clams here. I'm not the greatest fan, but if I was hungry, I would eat it. For those of you who like a bit of action, and I'm talking about on the ocean, try Kite Bantayan. They offer lessons from beginners all the way up to advanced. Kiteboarding is more to do with coordination rather than strength. The season runs depending on the winds. Check out their Facebook for more details. And for those who want even more adrenaline thrills, how about skydiving? As I'm making this video, it was still closed because of the pandemic, but I wanted to add this because when the pandemic is over, it's something worth checking out. Follow their Facebook pages for updates.
Hi guys, do you want to eat like a Filipino? We eat here in banana leaf, it's more delicious. And this is how we cut it. Ta-da!
So say we're checking out the floating cottage out there. We get a boat. It's 100 peso entry fee per person. Apparently there's nothing on the cottage, so you just have to bring your own food. So this is the floating cottage, which has like, I guess it's like a swimming pool area, and then behind me is where the cottage is and you can eat here. There's a grill to cook your food if you want to cook.
This is what we call budol fight in the Philippines. Let's eat!
Now there is only one cottage, so it's first in, best dressed. I actually enjoyed it, it was quite fun. For families or friends, it's great bonding. So that's the contact number if you want to do the floating cottage, or if you want to go to Virgin Island as well. The best food in Bantayan, like, let's talk about the food. So for me, some of the best places I like to eat was the Cuckoo Bar. The place has a lot of different dishes and not too expensive. I also like their continental breakfast. I like Carl's restaurant, Carl's Inn, and I thought that was a really nice restaurant. They had some really good food there. The food here was really good. The baby back ribs were the best I had in Santa Fe. And the pizzas, they were really good as well. Isla had some really nice seafood at affordable prices. More on local dishes here, and I really liked it here. This little restaurant in MJ Square makes some mean curries, as well as it had some good steaks. Talking of steaks, the Coral Blues Resort restaurant also has a special New Zealand steak meal deal. For yummy cheesecakes, coffees, and also apple pies, check out Stumble Inn. One thing the girls and I agreed on was the food at Nature Park. It was good. The Tiki Bar for burgers and the chicken parma. For Thai, check out Thai Poon. They had some pretty good Thai food.
I like to eat there in Coco Bar
Coco Bar.
also. And no, I like the burger in
It's the place.
Bantayan Burrito
What's the name of
Company.
the
Company, yeah.
Bantayan Burrito
Burrito
Company?
In MJ Square, there's a Mexican place.
Their burger is very good.
Yes.
Yes, and burritos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. So what about, say, pizzas? What are the best pizzas in town?
Alberto's.
Oh no! Cafe Del Mar. You have to try there.
The seafood.
The seafood pizza.
Yeah, I highly recommend the
Yes.
seafood pizza. That's my favorite seafood in Santa Fe.
Yeah, but maybe not all Filipino would like it because especially her. She likes Alberto's. It's a Filipino
I like
style
the
pizza.
Filipino style pizza.
Yes.
Not for me. And I also
Not
like
for you.
I also like two other places that had great pizzas. La Filomena had some great pizzas, wood oven cooked. Thumbs up for that. And I've also mentioned Carl's Inn Pizza before.
And we've never been in Carl, so Rob will take us there later in Carl. I've never been there.
So if you're looking for a beach here, what would you recommend a tourist to go to?
Sandira.
Sandira
Sandira
Beach,
Kota Beach.
aka Paradise Beach.
Yes.
So that's the top one, which was in part 1. And island hopping too was fantastic. That was my favorite. I loved Kinatakan. It was just such an adventure.
Yes.
We'll go
in
back
part
there.
2.
We'll go there.
That was in part 2. So if you want to see Kinatakan and all the island hopping, that's in part 2 of the video. So check that out.
Yes. We'll put the link.
Okay, so if a friend said, oh yeah, I'm coming just for the weekend, so I've got limited time. What are the best things to do in that time frame when they come to Bantayan?
Maybe you should go in mangroves in Ubuob. And
That's in part 1.
oh yeah.
That's when part 1 of the video is the mangroves.
Yeah, and
And
also
You'll do the stand-up paddle.
stand up paddle in
Balitbid
Balitbid.
Lagoon.
In the lagoon, you can do stand-up, which I also did in part 1. You can check that out.
And a part 1. Listen.
Part 1.
And Nature Park.
What
We
about
have
the
a big-
ruins?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you could do the ruins. They're on the way to,
Yeah, you can do cliff diving there in the ruins.
and that's in part 3. We've already shown. But
Yes.
what about Paradise Beach or Sandira Beach?
Yeah, they have a white sands there. Very nice.
The beach was very
So I think in one day you could do the ruins.
Yeah.
That's short. Take pictures. You can go to Sandira Beach next.
Yes,
Stay there for
1 hour or 2.
Then go to the mangroves
Yes.
and
And in Balitbid for stand up
for the
And then go
another
stand-up
day,
paddle.
Yeah, stand-up paddle.
so you could do that in one day.
in 1 day. Yes.
And for the second day, what would you recommend? Island hopping.
Island hopping.
Yeah, you can go to Virgin Island. It's very
Virgin
nice
Islands.
there.
Yeah. Virgin Islands would be a whole day you could spend there.
Yes.
So that's in part 1 video.
Part 1.
Would you stop over at the other island on the way there? Would you recommend that?
Yeah, they have a white sand bar in Hilantagaan.
So you,
And it's-
you could stop there for like half an hour.
Yeah, 20
On the way
minutes.
to
Do the
Virgin.
photo
Yes.
shoot.
Yeah, you can do photo shoot there.
There you go.
Yes.
So that's something you could do if you come just for a weekend.
And you can try tagoangkan here in Bantayan. It's a famous food here.
Yes.
Tagoangkan. Robert tried it and he likes it. Yes.
And Christine's got her own channel as well, which you can follow her. She'll be doing more videos around Bantayan
Bantayan.
Island and
Yeah. Even if Robert is not here anymore, I can still do. If you wanna
Request.
tour, yes. If you wanna request a video about Bantayan, I can do that for you guys.
you can request videos on Bantayan Island. She'll go and check it out for you. That's a wrap
Yes.
of the best things to do in Bantayan Island. My next video is going to be on the accommodation guide here, so check that out. Subscribe.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe to Christina's channel.
And I don't have a channel.
She's going to have a channel maybe in another 2 years. But thank you for watching. We appreciate all your time and
Please like and subscribe.
And share this video
And click the notification bell for
for
more
you to be.
updates.
take care out there and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.